My name's Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has become a bit dissatisfied or bored, not really interested in the things that are going on around them. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups surrounding this Four of Cups individual. You can see they're not super interested in what's going on. Even though I do feel like the energy around them is pretty positive. There are things that could go well for them, whether it's spending time with friends or family, or meeting somebody they could fall in love with, or an opportunity for their career. This person seems to have blinders on. They don't really want to know about it. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Key Controller. How's it going? Hello, Ronald. What's up? All right, so let's go with the Earth and Bones Tarot. What else do we have? Judgment in the reverse and the Knight of Petals or Knight of Pentacles. So someone feels like they just want to stay at home. They don't want to deal with other people. It's like, yeah, time is passing. That's fine. I don't really care. They might be like binging certain television shows or, hiding in a video game, but they don't want to deal with the real world. Page of Crystals, which is the Page of Swords, the Four of Crystals in the reverse, and the Ace of Crystals in the reverse. Okay. I think there's people talking about this Four of Cups individual saying, I keep trying to get them to come back out or show some signs of life, and they refuse all of my offers. They're not interested in meeting for coffee. They're not interested in grabbing a beer. They're not interested in going for a hike. They don't want to make ginger cookies. This is like people are like frustrated because they've made efforts, and this Four of Cups is like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna hang out by myself. Thanks though. Hey James, how are you? Hello Joe. What's going on? So this person is feeling like it's enough to deal with people, the bare minimum that they have to right now. But they don't really want to admit that there is some emotion that is the actual roadblock for them right now. They're coming across as disinterested or frustrated, and maybe people don't necessarily know why, but with this Queen of Jars in the reverse, I feel like this is somebody that walked away, but they don't really want to be honest about why they're upset. Seven of Swords. Hello, Antonio. Hello, Mamie. How you doing? We've got the Two of Petals in the reverse and the Five of Petals. This would be Pentacles, by the way, in regular suits. And this is talking about somebody who feels like there's instability whenever you have to deal with other people. So it's kind of looking a bit bleak or pessimistic, kind of like, why should I invest in that friendship, or why should I pursue that person romantically? It's only going to end up with some trouble or with a broken heart. So I might as well just chill here and do my own thing and not have to risk dealing with somebody who could hurt me. Hello, SVU. How are you doing? I take personal questions at the end of the general reading, which is usually about 30 or 40 minutes into the reading. I do prioritize those from the folks that donate or tip, but I do like to do freebies every once in a while as well. So we have the Hermit. No surprise there, as we're talking about somebody who doesn't really want to hang out with other people. And we have the Four of Swords. Oh my goodness. The thing is, sometimes when we get into a new pattern, which is different from our normal routine, it can be difficult to go back to that previous pattern. Now, let's just set aside the situations where that's a negative choice, right? If we're talking about somebody who has changed their social pattern because they want to take some time for themselves and heal, that's a great choice. But we also have to be cautious that we don't, at that point, then just decide to swear off all of humanity and be a loner. I'm not knocking it, okay? I get it. Sometimes people are not fun. I literally just told you a story about where I walked into a store where I needed to buy something, but there were too many breathing people in there. That makes it sound like I like dead people better. Easier to talk to. This is just like, you gotta be cognizant of, what are we doing here? Are we separating and having some time away because there's things that need to be processed, or there's some energy that needs to be clear? That's all fine and good. But this is somebody who's saying, I don't want to deal with anybody because I feel like I'm better off without dealing with anybody. The Eight of Swords is in the reverse, so I do feel like there's something kind of gnawing at this person's conscience, just kind of like asking, are you sure you don't want to go to that wedding or that birthday party or that Halloween party? Two of Wands is about plans, directions. Get out and enjoy your life. There's communication from somebody and they're irritated. This person's saying, hey, homie, where you been? Why you hiding? Are you saying you're really going to miss the party of the year and not, find a silly costume so you can come to my Halloween party? There's someone who's putting pressure on this Four of Cups individual, saying, hey, Hermit, it's time to get out. It's time to, see people and stuff. Yeah, I get it. Hello, Rose. How's it going? I'm definitely hoping for your healing, health, wealth, and happiness, and love. I'm sending you abundance. I think that covers a lot of that, right? There's new energy coming in. So for this person, our Hermit, they're also coming through as the King of Swords. They have felt like there was instability because of a love situation. So they may have been pretty resistant to getting into a love connection to begin with, or they may have been trying to hide their love for someone that maybe wasn't available. But we have somebody whose world is a little bit upside down right now, and a friend that is trying to get this Hermit to come back out and hang out with some people, return to the land of the living. So we have the Two of Cups and the High Priestess. This is also you. The High Priestess talks about wisdom. You have gained wisdom in your time alone or in your period of healing that enables you to be smarter. You're a better bouncer. You can tell people to get out when your intuition shows you that they do not have good intentions. But what kind of business can you have at a bar if your bouncer is not letting anybody in? Probably not a very good one, right? Right here. Let's actually, we're going to use this old cat tarot. You got to let somebody in. You can be picky. You can be choosy. You can take some time for yourself. But at some point, turn on Cher's song, Believe. Yep, I get it. I get it. We have 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Not wanting to invest in anything. Oh, I see. I see. This friend of yours is like, yeah, I get it. You don't really like people, but like, do you want to make out with somebody? Ever again? Do you want to like horizontal mamba? Mambo? Mamba's the candy, right? And mambo's the dance. This person's like, do you want to like live and like have fun and like maybe somebody who's really hot is there? I heard you're really into goths. Like whatever it is, they're like trying to tempt you out. Like it's gonna be a great time. It's people in Halloween costumes, whatever it is, right? That they're trying to get you to go enjoy. It's 2 days before Halloween if you're watching this far in the future. There's someone here who's like, we are getting you out of this room. I don't care if you feel like everybody is a waste of your time. I am not a waste of your time, and I am dragging you out. No more keeping to yourself. And whoever this hermit is, you're like, do I have to smile? Do I have to look like I'm having fun? Or can I just like weekend at Bernie's it? Like, I'm here, but I don't want to talk to you people. I'm good. This friend is dragging you kicking and screaming to be more social. 3 of Swords. The Lovers. Do you believe in, is it life after love? This friend is like, come on, get out. You've eaten enough ice cream. You've watched enough, I don't know, Love is Blind. Haven't we all? Even if you've watched none at all. This is saying it's time to package up and let go of the hurt you got from that previous situation. There's someone else out here for you, and you can't meet them if you're going to be glued to your couch, right? Hey, Rachel, how's it going? We've got the Queen of Wands. This person who's trying to get the Hermit out and about, they are a Queen of Wands. They bring in attention. So I think this Hermit knows if I go out with you somewhere, it's not going to be a quiet night. It's going to be a little bit more like, ooch, 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 ooch. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the 10 of Cups in the reverse. But I'm going to feel out of place. And I don't want to spend any money. And I don't want to have those stupid, like, small talk conversations where we talk about the local sports team and how it's, like, suddenly gotten colder outside. Like, that's surprising in fall. I don't want it. Hello, Noor. How are you doing? That's funny, Rick. Oh, I'm excited for you, Cranberry Man. That's true. I'm not a gamer, Cranberry Man, although I have had points in my life where I was a little, like, I would have considered myself a gamer. But the first time I got addicted to a game was Champions of Norath. So if you know what that is, then I'm impressed because it's kind of obscure. It is from a long time ago. We've got 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Time to make a comeback. No more hanging out by yourself. I think this friend of yours who's trying to get you to go out and party, they know exactly what it is that you do want. There's something here that they're enticing you with. It could even be as simple as, if you go out to the bar with me, I'll buy you some Waffle House. It's literally hard for me to say waffle because I'm so used to saying Waffle House. So I don't know if you heard, it was kind of like a combo of the two. Ah, I love you too. What else do we have? Three of Cups. The Chariot. And the Four of Wands in the reverse. You need to go and probably ride with somebody so that you don't try to escape like 1 hour in. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. This is a reference to like your home, okay? It could also be a reference to a wedding. It's not saying like you're not going to get married. This is saying you need to get out of your house. Chariot, go out and do something. There's something here that you're going to enjoy. Three of Cups. This is like a celebration. You don't think you're going to, but you're going to go to this party and you're going to like it. Whether you want to or not. That's what this friend is saying. Hold on. I just had in my mind. Oh, I know. I want to use Jess's cards because Cranberry Man has been asking if I was a gamer. One of our favorite folks here on Wicked Wands, one of the moderators. Her name's Jess, and she made this deck of cards. It is called A Gamer's Ways, and there's some pretty cool cards in here. So we'll see what comes out. What do we have? Prequel. This quest is bringing up something hidden deep in your memory. It may be from an old game or even from console generations before your time, but something about it reminds you of home. This party or celebration or invitation that you're getting, Hermit, it's going to give you a slice of peace or comfort. Kind of like if you have a nice big bowl of mac and cheese in front of you. I don't know, maybe you don't like cheese. I love cheese, so mac and cheese is pretty much always a good choice. Especially if there's like lobster in it. Can you guys kill? Like, I'm totally hungry right now, so that's why I'm thinking about this. Anyways, we've got something here that is going to make this hermit feel like they've been wrapped up in a nice warm blanket in front of a fire pit. It's going to be great. And the universe is nervous that you're going to be like, another night at home, just fine with me. We have abandon save. Are you sure you want to delete the save file? When we're young, we take for granted the XP gained from many small battles. We flee from conflict and monotony alike, inevitably resulting in a level so low that it halts our ability to progress our story. Then we learn some growth requires starting over. Sometimes it feels like when you end a relationship and you face that period of healing and letting go and becoming that new version of yourself after that breakup, that it's hard to actually start that new chapter. This is saying it's okay to let go, let that other chapter end, and let something new start for you, right? Hey, Marcus, thank you for the tip. Why do spirits visit? I don't understand. And do you have any advice I should try and develop it? So I love that question. I've got it written down for you, Marcus. Thank you for the tip. I will probably start those personal questions in about 10 minutes. But I love that question because there's so much that we can do to better understand our world. But yeah, all right. Let's get a few more for the general reading. We've got inventory management. This character's juggling skill stat is too low to handle this many items. Is it Oh, it is recommended that you reevaluate your priorities and adjust what's on your plate as necessary before attempting to progress. So you got too much in your suitcase. You can't get on the plane. It's over the 50-pound limit. How many shoes did you pack? The Hermit may not actually be a hoarder, may not actually have stacks and stacks of donuts. If you do, I hope you're having a party, because eating all of that by yourself is probably inadvisable. But this is saying you've got love to share. It's not donuts. It could be donuts. Some people think donuts are love. That's cool. This is saying you're hoarding your beautiful, lovable energy and not sharing it with the world. You were not brought into this world so that you could hide in a corner and nobody ever gets to hear your best jokes. You were not born so that you could hide underneath, I don't know, some weird cavern and nobody could appreciate how good your hair looks today. Come on. This is saying you gotta get out and live. Otherwise, the universe is gonna get mad at you. That's how it works, you know. Hello, Goldman. How are you doing? Hello, Robbie. Yep, it do be like that. What else do we have? Judgment. Somebody who's trying to figure out if it's time for them to make a different decision. Like, okay, maybe I should go. The 10 of Cups in the reverse. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Maybe I'm stuck in the past. Maybe it's too easy for me to make the assumption that people are untrustworthy. Maybe I'm avoiding being vulnerable with another person because I'm completely convinced that everyone's going to break my heart. Maybe I've been just a little bit unreasonable. Hello, Mr. Black Eye. I hope she does. I'll be starting personal questions in about 10 minutes. Wow. Okay. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Wow, I love how they drew that. So the 8 of Cups in the reverse is often about someone who's questioning their walking away or someone who's making a return. So there's a change here that has gone through for someone. There's a transformation. When they show up again on that social scene, people are going to notice there's a different energy here. Maybe you even look different. This could be part of the resistance here. The Hermit may be like, well, I just don't want to deal with everybody asking me about that. Oh my gosh, Donald. I love it when you do that. Thank you for the pumpkin. It's my favorite. I'm a Pisces. How you doing, Donald? Hey, Grindhard. Oh, I thought about you, Grindhard, because there was a huge, I don't know if it's a bumper sticker. It's like a sticker on the window of somebody's truck. But it said Grindhard on it. So they're trying to steal your name. Thank you, Donald. Let me know if you would like me to pull a few cards for you. About your career. Sounds good, Donald. What else do we have? Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? So we've got the 4 of Swords in the reverse. The, ooh, Empress in the reverse. So this feels to me like we've got somebody who is expecting emotional manipulation and a lack of love if they were to get into another coupling. They feel like everybody else is unhealed, or anybody who's like single that they might be able to connect with is somebody that they need to be cautious around, because they feel like everybody's still stuck in kind of a negative mental state. So there's a lot of assumptions being made about others. The Star. But there's someone here who is a good match for this Hermit at this party. Someone who's interested in the same kind of connection. But this Hermit is at risk of missing out on that connection if they are, kind of questioning whether or not they really want to be out and about with anybody. This is the Situations deck. Oh, we can take a break. It's all right. You can come back. What else do we have? We have somebody who feels like single is just less drama. This person has been too focused on internet activities. I hope you don't have that quagmire arm. There's love here waiting for this Hermit. They have only to stand up and actually like socialize a little bit more and acknowledge that life is going to have ups and downs, and maybe it's time for things to get into happier territory now, right? Hello, Woozy, how you doing? Hey, Pharaoh, how are you doing? So we've got magnetic and TikTok. This is saying this person is a great match for you, Hermit. But you have to be willing to put yourself out there a little bit. You have to be able to believe that there's somebody out there that could be pretty amazing. Because it is a window of opportunity that closes at some point, or something that you could potentially miss out on. So, do you have your costume yet? I'm just curious. Hello, Sky. Most people donate, but as far as freebies, I do generally share that the ones I choose to do for free are usually the ones that are closely associated to somebody's spiritual growth and development. That's not a costume, key controller. I do have spider earrings. Oh, you guys can't see them, can you? Roar. This is spider roaring. So we've got the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so basically, this friend of yours knows that you might like somebody here, but also feels like you've been lonely without wanting to admit it. So they want to make sure that they do whatever they can to get you into this more social space. They may even be trying to set you up, but I don't know if they would admit that. I think they'd just be like, come on, there's somebody cool here. You should check it out. Eight of Pentacles, the Star, and the Three of Cups. Yo, over and over again, this reading is saying, go to the party. Go to the party. Go meet some people. Go flirt or sing along with songs you only know 80% of the lyrics to, and then just like fill in the blanks. No one will notice. Go to the party. There is someone you are destined to meet. And with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it's like, for some of you, you need to hear, it's not going to be what you think it is. It's going to be better. This is the Kipper, and then we're going to move over to those personal questions. You don't know of any parties? I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I do either, actually. It might just be an invite to, like, go look at cool decorations or, like, go to a haunted house or something, you know? But this is somebody who's gotten into a bit of a rut or a little bit of a routine where it's pretty easy to just kind of ignore or not want to connect with others, right? So we have courthouse. A decision that somebody is rethinking because their friend is maybe even offering to pay for things. If you come out, I'll buy you around. If you come out, I'll buy your dinner. You just need to get out of the house. It's a good friend. They want to make sure you have a good time. All right. This is the Egyptian Nile, and we're going to tackle Marcus's questions around spirits. Why do spirits visit Marcus's place? Why are there spirits visiting Marcus's place? I do feel like there's someone that you, or like something that may seem combative or contentious or like you don't want it around. It maybe gets you into like a little bit of a frustrated energy. But I don't feel like it's what you think it is. Like in a negative way. How do I explain this? I think there's multiple protective energies around you, trying to make sure that there's no harm that comes to you or your wife. But you may be reading it as not protective energy or kind of like creepy or why are you here? Like, what's your point? Is this primarily like family? No. Well, how do I say this? This is a little weird. There is somebody who has passed on and who probably lived in or around your place who has a crush on you. Ghost crushes was not on my agenda today, but this is a ghost who looks at you as like, I wish I could have had a husband like you when I was alive. Okay, okay. Two of Swords in the reverse, Page of Swords. I do think that this spirit is trying to communicate. Affection? Like, Ace of Wands. Yeah. I think there's a ghost lady who has a crush on you, sees how you treat your wife, and is like stars in the eyes. This is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Is there any danger with this? A little bit. Because this is somebody who's starting to grow possessive of you. And this is also somebody who, this ghost, they don't like it when you leave. They may try to do things to make it so that you can't leave. If there are things that get in your way that seem really strange, like multiple things happening in a row to prevent you from leaving to go to work or to run some errands, it's this ghost. She don't want you to leave. So be careful. This is somebody who can get a little bit problematic over time. So I think what needs to happen is some sort of respectful communication about boundaries, but perhaps also clarifying, like, if you're here and you're going to be peaceful, we don't have any problem with that. But just keep in mind, like, we have some boundaries, right? Why does Marcus see it? Because on both sides of your family, there are people who have had gifts like that. It's particularly strong on your father's side. But this is like generations have had the gift of sight, and it's whether or not they lean into it or run away from it, right? So, I do think there are probably better sources for you as far as advice than what you might find in like television shows. So be careful with that. There's someone here who like gives you the wrong advice, and it angers this woman. And she gets protective or possessive, and that's not a good thing. She's trying to communicate with you. She's trying to find a way to do that. I kind of wish I hadn't asked that. She might be trying to work up the energy to take over your wife. So that's concerning because that's not okay. What advice does Marcus need? Be cautious when folks are alone. Have ways to communicate easily. I don't know if you have like a Ring camera or anything like that, or if you set up any cameras like inside. But I do feel like things get weirder, which is, I suppose, kind of common when you're alone. So be cautious. Will Marcus find someone that can help with this? Yes. The number 3 is important with this person. They'll help you. They can take care of it. I feel like they actually helped this woman cross over. Whew, okay. Good luck with that, Marcus. We are all rooting for you, and I'm sending you some protective energy, okay? Hello, AI. How are you doing? What do we have for Donald, please? Empress, Magician, in the reverse. And the Moon. So we've got someone here who's hiding their intentions from you, Donald. I do feel like this is a loving, caring individual who has some interesting circumstances right now that they're using to justify kind of departing from their normal moral self, right? So I'm not trying to tell you you can't trust anyone right now, but there's someone here who normally you would say, very reliable, super trust that person, they're not going to lie to me. They might. They might be lying to you. Hey, Jordan, how are you doing? Marcus, I hope I didn't creep you out too much. But yeah, I do feel like it's an older lady, by the way. Donald, I think your intuition is going to help you pinpoint this. It's just important for you to trust that intuition, because you may second guess it because you're going to be like, well, this person's been awesome the whole time. Like, why would I assume that, right? For Grindhard, what was the reaction to the picture? We have the star. Oh, another pumpkin. Oh, I don't want it to go away. Sorry. I'm immature. We've got this star for you, Grindhard. This is like happy, excited, but I also love this picture because I have a very similar one of my cat Stewie before he passed away, with Christmas lights that I adore. This is like cozy, good. So I like that. Good for you, Grindhard. Oh, that makes a ton of sense, Marcus. Thank you, Jordan. Let me grab the Metamuse Tarot. Oh, you took for Grindhard. Oh, that's so funny. I just did that. All right, so let's pay that forward then and see if there's someone else who has a question. Cynthia is saying, please tell me about my family life. So we'll do that since Jordan was so generous. What does Cynthia need to know about the family life? And I'm going to write down Lee's question real quick. Thank you, Lee. So for Cynthia, what's going on with the family life, please? What does Cynthia need to know? We have someone perhaps lying about some money here. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. It's like I'm exaggerating something is better than it actually is. So if I were your partner, Cynthia, and I just got a new job, I would be telling you that I have all the benefits that I need and I'm going to get like, $200K a year, but I'm really only getting paid like 80 a year, whatever it is. This is somebody who's exaggerating something to try to make it sound like it's better than it actually is. I do feel like it's something related to money or perhaps stability. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse and Judgment. Because if I tell you what's really going on, the excitement over this achievement or new thing would be like not as good because you would say it's not good enough or something. So we have someone that's kind of coming through as a little bit pessimistic here. We have Death in the reverse, Two of Wands, and the Magician in the reverse. It's like I'm trying to make it sound like I've got plans figured out or, everything is under control, but this person is not in control. The Magician's in the reverse because they've lost control and they did not take notice of something that was important or they ignored their intuition. So, yeah, I think we've got someone who doesn't really want to tell you about something problematic because your reaction, in their opinion, your reaction would be pretty bad. So as of right now, their mood is a little bit off because they're thinking about what could potentially happen or how to handle this situation. Will Cynthia eventually find out what this is? Yes. I think your intuition is already kind of highlighting this for you. All right, let's see what we get for Lee. Hello, Angel. How are you doing? And good luck to you, Cynthia. Hello, spiritual healer. What do we have for Lee, please? Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. There's someone who wants to act quickly on a payment or purchase. This is exactly what I want. Maybe there's a sale. Everything is great. But then something kind of sours here. It's like you spend months researching which car to buy, and then within 1 week you hate it. This is kind of telling me that somebody is moving too quickly, though, because I said researching for months. This is more like somebody happens upon a show floor and they're like, oh, that car's for sale. I should just buy it. We've got the King of Swords in the reverse. So somebody who's not really doing their research or not really taking into consideration the full scope of the decision. And this decision that they make is problematic. Thank you, Apoor. How are you doing? Let me know if you have a question, please. Hello, Gossamer. How are you doing? About animals' current feeling? Got you. Thank you for the tip. We've got Magician in the reverse. So there's someone who I think took a gamble and it's not working out, or they're tempted to take a gamble and it will blow up in their face. But this has to do with money. And I do feel like this could be the ex. We've got somebody who's overreacting or getting really angry about this situation. Thank you, Kaiser. How you doing? Let me write that down real quick. Erica's true thoughts. Oops. And intentions. Got you. And we're going to move on to Apoor next. We've got, what are animals' current feelings towards Apoor? I hope I'm saying your name right, by the way. Hello, Susan. Hello, Lena. How are you doing? Thank you. I've got that written down, Stephanie. All right. That was a little haphazard, so I'm going to start that one over. What are animals' current feelings for Apoor, please? This is someone who feels like it takes a lot of effort to pursue something with you. Someone who feels like it's against their better judgment, or there are people who would judge them harshly for pursuing something with you. There could be some issues here in terms of, would we have financial security or a good life if we were together? Like, is it a good match from financial stability standpoint? And with the Three of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who is frustrated because they feel like things aren't moving forward. You may be missing each other. With the Five of Pentacles, there's longing. There is love here with the Ace of Cups. Wow, and the Ace of Swords. This is somebody who is contemplating, like, does it make sense to confess my feelings? Should I pursue this? The truth is, I think I want something with this person, but I also worry about whether or not people are going to judge me or judge us, right? Thank you, Donna. Let me know if you've got a question you'd like me to ask. Appreciate you. So there's positive energy here, but concerns over the obstacles in between the two of you. But I think there's conversation approaching you, at least the next couple of weeks, right? Let's move on to Kaiser. We've got Erica's true thoughts and intentions towards Kaiser, please. Wow. Battling a little bit because I think we have somebody who wants a relationship, but there's something that feels off as far as timing. There could be a distraction or concerns regarding education or profession, where you're supposed to live. It seems like there's a problem that makes being in a relationship seem impossible. What's this block? Heartbreak. So, could be you, it could be your person, but we've got somebody here who is hesitating and not really sure if it's going to work out because they've been heartbroken, and it's causing some hesitation or avoidance energy. Hello, Oracle. How are you doing? Hello, AOP. Hello, Sir Roman. Aw, you deserve better than that, Mr. Black Eyes. All right. Let's see what we've got for. I want this one. Yeah. Let's see what we've got for Stephanie. What is coming in love? Looking for a spouse. Hey, James. You should rewind it just a little bit because there was actually a really cool ghost question a while back. Hey, what's up, Bessie Tiana? What do we have for Stephanie? What's coming in love? I see you protecting yourself from somebody who is emotionally immature. I think this is you realizing that you have a better chance in love now because you stand up for yourself. This is somebody who is going to end up in this Nine of Swords energy because they try to come back around or they shoot their shot with you and you're not here for it. You're not interested because you see that they are King of Cups in the reverse. You know that they're not reliable or that you can't really build something with this person. Thank you. Hello, Gemma. Oh, I love that name. Hello, Rob. How are you doing? Knight of Cups, Three of Wands in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse, 6 of Wands. The thing is, this is like the last boss for you in a video game. So when you tell someone to pound sand, when you tell someone to leave you alone or you're not interested, someone who for whatever reason feels very confident that you would let them hang out or whatever, this is you demonstrating you've learned your lesson and you've put that energy in your past. You're done. So then some offer comes towards you that is beautiful. Initially, you might be a little resistant. You might be a little bit like standoffish, but this is going to be somebody who's patient and they prove themselves to you. They're willing to, do what it takes to prove to you. Oh, welcome to the stars, Brandy. Thank you for becoming a member. So we've got Empress in the reverse. Don't give up hope on love just because you encounter another person who seems to struggle with expressing or accepting love. There is somebody here that is going to surprise you with their emotional maturity, but you have to first get through a rejection, someone that you don't want to be with, right? I suppose that's reasonable, right? Ooh, yeah, that makes sense, Marcus. I believe it. Stephanie, I am wishing you luck, and I hope love finds you soon. Donna, thank you for the tip. Let me see if there's anything regarding the gentleman you are spending time with. So I do feel like this is someone who currently is holding back some of their truth, not really sure if this is going to move forward. They've invested so much, that's what they're willing to do. And like you said, they're trying to see if this is something that could go long term. Yeah, they're indecisive right now. But this is someone who's being honest with you about their intentions. In other words, they're not just like saying that. They really are trying to figure out if this is going to work out, you know? Nonstop 3 a.m. That's wild. Well, apparently it yields some good results for you as far as music, though, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there, y'all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video